Ladies and gentlemen, into the Phi Mu Alpha LCS Week 1 action. Corona Clash Distancing Division. My name is Sling Panda. I will be your streamer tonight, and I have with me alongside Alex, Packer Diehard, Hagenbach, and Neil the Steel. Neil. I forgot your last name, Neil. Warner. Warner. Yeah, there it is.
You didn't forget it. It was deep. It was deep. You had to dig for it.
I had to dig for it, yeah. Anyways,
we got it. Yeah.
We are here. We are ready to go. Fire Nation versus Knock If Manly. So here we go. Here are the lineups for tonight. We got Rafal in the top lane, Legends MK, Jungle, Klugschreiber, a rookie in the mid lane. Opie is here for 80 carry, and then Jushbox, another rookie. And this is for the side of Fire Nation. All right, tell me your thoughts on this team.
You want to go, Neil, or me?
Yeah. So two rookies, both making some pretty decent showing in the preseason combines. Excited to see their first match as part of the PMA LCS, and kind of getting a decent cushion playing along some pretty solid mainstays. Rafal in the top lane, Legends pulling out. Maybe we'll see some Shen jungle. We don't know. We'll see if that ban comes through, and then Opie, always a solid ADC. So two rookies joining a team of some solid veterans here.
Yeah, can't really say anything different. I will say I don't know a whole lot about Josh Box. I have not actually played with him yet, but I've played quite a bit with Klugscheiser, and all I will say is the man has a very, very mean Nico. So that is definitely a pick to watch for him. Excited to see if he's able to pull it out or if it's banned or whatever. If not, let's see if he can make a good initial impression on the league here as a rookie.
All right.
Definitely.
Flipping it over to Knockif Manly, Kim. We have in the top lane another rookie, Krabby Jew, jungler, Sarah Cruz, mid lane, Flesh. Making his debut today, the one and only the Kim Peter, and then supporting him is going to be Biscuit Hat. Tell me your thoughts on this team.
I don't think the hype can be much higher for the side of Kim. Everyone wants to see what this young, sexy, mad lad Kim Peter is going to do in the PMA LCS. Highly touted, highly anticipated. He's put together a team that he likes. We've got another rookie with Krabby Jew in the top lane. We've got the return of Sarah Crouch in the jungle. The Mad Lad Flesh mid lane. Hashtag. Wait, what was his TFT branding? TFT.
The GOAT.
Oh, the goat.
The goat. Yeah. Hashtag the goat and Biscuit Hat rounding out the team in the support role. So definitely a lot of hype behind this team. We're gonna find out in just a few minutes if they're gonna live up to it.
Yeah, I have to say I am so excited to watch Kim Peter just because I have not seen him play at all. I was not able to watch any Combine games he was in or anything. But during the draft, the memes for Kim Peter became so huge. The copy pastas, anybody who was there with the Kim Peter memes were hilarious. And he became an instant meme sensation, even though I have not seen him play one moment of League of Legends. So I'm just so excited to see if the hype lives up here. I'm sure it will.
All right, well, we're moving on into pick ban now. We have Kim Knockif Manly on the blue side. They're going to be banning away first as we're 11 seconds into the banning, and they still haven't made a choice here. A lot of choices to be made. You could ban away Flesh's Anivia. Looks like they're going to go for Set, though, targeting the top jungle. Interesting choice, in my opinion. I don't really know much about Krabby Jew as a jungler. He did sign up as a support. So it'll be a little interesting here. Also, if you guys will watch what is being streamed to you in Discord, that is actually what's going out live to everybody. So if the replay happens to pop, you will see it there. You won't get game sounds out of it.
Perfect.
But
the Anivia ban coming out. It's kind of an automatic against Flesh.
But they're banning it away themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So interesting, but. The Nico ban
are they
coming out? No,
the team names must be backwards because the Flesh. I'm guessing the team names are backwards.
No, Fire. So Flesh is on Knockif Manly. So the Anivia ban is against Flesh, and then the Nico ban coming out against, as Packer called, against Klugscheiße, the spicy Nico ban coming out, and more bans being directed towards Flesh for the side of Fire.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of hype plays from him, including one of my favorite all-time plays, the minion dematerializer kill with the Zillion bomb on it. So definitely a lot of prowess on that champion. Very highly respected ban.
Yeah. And we do see a Rumble ban coming out against Rafal. That set ban could be targeted at Rafal, something that he's been picking up lately. And we do see Fire just triple banning against Flesh. They don't want to see the Anivia. He's been known to be an Anivia main, but his pool is pretty deep. So yes, the Zillion, some spicy plays on the Zillion earlier this year. And then the Galio, something he's been picking up lately that we've seen in a lot of PMA LCS matches lately. Really, really strong champion.
I think Galio is just overtuned right now. But
first pick, Donger.
Yeah, the Donger pick is definitely
something
Flesh will fall back on, dude.
Raise your Peter Kims, raise your Dongers in chat. Let me see some Dongers raised up a meter for Kim Peter on the Donger. But as we know, it'll probably... Do we think Donger mid lane, or are we thinking...
that's Donger mid lane. I don't think OP really plays a whole lot.
I want to see the Tyler one. I want to see the Tyler one special, the Donger in the bot lane. As we see Ornn coming out for the side of Fire, just a safe a safe pick, something you can blind pick. We'll see what Kim does to counter that, and Nautilus rounding out the first round of picks for the side of Fire.
Yeah, so immediately Fire has a huge engaged frontline CC potential. Now just looking to put some damage behind it, setting up for massive team fights for Fire.
So we see the Leona. The Leona coming out, yeah, for the side of Kim. So Biscuit Hat going onto something that he's very comfortable on, as well as just a overall solid pick. Kind of a safety pick into the Nautilus. We'll see what they pick to round out the bot lane. I would expect them to either pick the bot lane or a jungler here, and they pick the Vayne.
Oh, wow.
So Kim Peter going super spicy, his first match, PMA LCS, with the Vayne pick.
I love it. He's here to say, PMA LCS, hear my name, first game ever watching me. I'm going to style on these kids with the Vayne. I love seeing the confidence. I'm here for it.
We're waiting for Fire to lock in their last pick. They're going to go with the Tristana into the Vayne. Some easy escapes. If you're getting down, you're taking too much true damage from those bolts, you just W on out. A very, very safe bot lane for the side of Fire with the Nautilus Tristana.
Yeah. Obviously, everyone knows OP's possibly one of his most played AD carries ever. He loves rocket jumping in. Our resident Wild Turtle likes going in for the plays. He doesn't need anybody else to initiate for him. So
I thought
we'll see him pop off here.
I thought Jirachi was our resident Wild Turtle with the frontline Kaisa. We might have a couple. We might have a couple.
It's definitely
Yeah, we might have a
with the
Tristana with the Tristana. So we do see the Shen ban coming out. Interesting. I would have expected Legends to hold it, maybe try to play it in the jungle, something that he was pulling out a lot in the last full split. The Shen jungle, people memed on it. It seemed to work a little bit, so but instead they're going to ban it, trying to target the top lane. We see Kim doing the same thing, banning all the top, just get all the top laners out. There's going to be no top lanes this game. Maybe they were anticipating Ornn mid?
I guess they'd have to be.
That would be spicy, though, if that was the case.
I mean, that's the only way that you ban Mordekaiser Kled after seeing the Ornn first pick for the side of Fire, is you're anticipating it mid. Fire says, no, screw you, you messed up, you wasted 2 bans. Ornn's going top. Lissandra pick coming out, and I anticipate that is going to be going mid for Klugscheiße, and we'll see Rafal on the Ornn in the top lane.
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks.
Oh, lock it. No! We were baited.
Sad day.
Hashtag bait in chat. The Warwick pick coming out.
Strong.
Pretty basic, pretty strong, easy jungler for Sarah Cruz to Sarah Cruz. I always want to say Sarah Cruz. Sarah Cruz to get eased back into the league with, and the Zoe pick coming out.
Is that a
That's the
hybrid?
donger in the top lane for Krabby Jew.
Oh, spicy. But we've seen how strong Zoe can be. We saw Skiz on it in our second match of the week, second match of the season, really pop off on the Zoe, and Echo Jungle for Legends?
Yeah, Echo Jungle for sure.
Yeah.
Something we used to see a bit more of. He was super strong throughout the earlier of beginning of this year. I don't know if it's still as much of a power pick, but definitely still has a lot of agency, I would think.
Listen, I will definitely say it's something that teams have asked me to play, and it's something that I have refused to play. So I know all about Echo Jungle. It is a pretty solid pick. It's got a lot of high viability in gank potential. If it gets ahead, if the Echo pick gets ahead early, you're gonna have a bad time. Echo is just a really strong champion if he gets ahead. So we'll see Echo in the jungle, I believe, coming out on Legends. Packer, just by looking at these teams, who do you think takes the advantage here? And just just pick ban in the draft here?
I have to say I really like the easiness of the execution. I think that Team Fire has. Just have Ornn and Nautilus in your front line, and then you have Echo diving in with the parallel convergence. You have Lissandra going in with the Winter's Claw. Very easy. Like, they just want to jump at you, use their CC, use their damage, and very easy for them to start a fight wherever they want around objectives, in jungle corridors. The execution there is not nearly as hard to pull off, I think, as it is on the side of Kim Peter. But Kim Peter's team, while that might not be as easy to execute, the outplay ability on the Zoe, the Vayne, is very big. So if the two of them are at the mid and if Kim Peter and Flesh are able to show off their outplays here in the first game, it can definitely go their way too. So
yeah,
I
so
just
Fire
think the overall comp from Fire is just better.
Yeah, Fire coming out with a very clear chain CC comp. Their team fight is going to be kind of nutty if they are able to coordinate some of these ultimates, Nautilus ultimate, Lissandra ult, Ornn ult. There's a lot of just CC potential taking the other team, taking these carries out of it. Whereas, as you said, Kim has this outplay potential, these solo carries where we've all seen it. You go into a game, a Vayne gets fed a little bit early, and it's GG. I mean, what are you going to do? If you can't chain CC the Vayne, if the Vayne's just popping off, she can kill everyone on the team with that true damage that she has. Same thing, we've got Zoe, even the Heimer might be able to pop off. If the Heimer gets ahead, some of the damage output there is just hard to contain. So we'll see which team is able to play towards those specific win cons better, as we're seeing the picks coming through. Hopefully no trolling in the picks, no Jirachi spelling things. Let's just go ahead and get through pick ban and get there.
Right.
For those of you that don't know, Jirachi likes to spell things, hovering champions. Watch for it the next time. What's my team's name? IRS plays.
So I want to point out.
I don't know if
it's looking like.
I don't know if anybody's actually seeing that, because everybody's. We're not seeing the champ select. We're just seeing the pro draft still. So if they were trying to troll anybody, nobody's seeing it.
Oh, now there we are.
I want to point out something here. Krabby Jew is the one taking Zoe at this point in time, which indicates that Flesh is going to be the one actually in top lane with the Heimerdinger.
Yes, we do see that. So as we are looking at the picks here, unless we see a trade come through, we do see Flesh on the Donger. I mean, do we think that there's any chance of Zoe going top? That would be kind of troll, right?
I mean, I don't know. Heimerdinger can definitely mid, but I'm not sure Zoe can top. So I don't know. They could do it. They want to get their style points off here right out of the gate, first match of the season. But I don't see that happening at all.
So maybe we do have a lane swap here. Flesh going top. Wait, I've got it. It's Donger bot lane, Zoe mid, Vayne top.
Oh, that would be the.
I don't think that's what it is, but that would be interesting.
And
And honestly,
Vayne top in Kim Peter's first game. That is some. That would be some big.
I mean, Vayne top into Ornn. It's been touted as something, if you want to try to counter Ornn, play a range top, and you can definitely do it. So, I don't think that's what we're going to see, but god damn, that would be pretty spicy.
Yeah, and
But
that would be something that would be hard to punish. I mean, Vayne with the tumble, being able to get out of like Echo's parallel convergence or tumble away from the pillar knockup from Ornn. So it might be, something that is. I don't know. I don't think it's happening. But again, you could definitely make a case for that.
Chat, let's see what we're getting in chat. What do y'all think? I see OPTSM fan says that would be the best lane setup. I agree. Vayne top, Heimer bot, Zoe mid. General Dill says, you know the best counter to Ornn, Alt plus F4. We do know. Ray Lu says, hey Neil, can you say, damn son, where'd you find this? There, I said it. What happens now? Neil, do what Hansu said. I just said it. Catch up with your delay, OPTSM fan.
Why did they want you to do that?
I'm not sure the meme. 4 out of 10? That was a 10 out of 10. What are you talking about?
I think you mean 5 out of 7.
I believe, yes, 5 out of 7 Mayes is what you mean.
I do get 5 out of 7.
I don't know what damn son, where'd you find this means. Is that a movie quote? Is that a PMA LCS meme that I don't...
I'm not aware of it.
Interesting. Well, we'll get the backstory on that later. Encore. No, I'm not saying it again. I said it twice. Klugscheiße. I like that. I'm excited. Klugscheiße.
Yeah, definitely. I played a ARAM with him like an hour ago. He was just kind of warming up. That's if anybody has taken a gander at the Facebook page at my definitely not pentakill that happened, Klug was in that game with me, so I know he's warmed up, ready to go. I'm excited. Yeah, he wants to have a good impression on his first game.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Neil is uncultured. I'm uncultured because I don't know that quote. Damn you, chat. Neil the boomer. I am a boomer. I am old.
Neil teaches. What do you teach? Like music history or something?
I teach music appreciation.
Yeah. If anybody's uncultured, it's not
level.
the guy who teaches music appreciation.
I have many degrees in cultural things. I have a lot of them. But yes, I am a boomer. Boomer the Neil the boomer. Got me, chat. All right, here we go. Going into game, I'm excited for the PMA LCS pause. It's my favorite part of casting.
Yeah.
What are we doing? 10?
Let's spice it up. Let's pause at 11. Let's pause at 11.
Ooh, I like where that's at.
11.
Yes. All right, I'm still loading in. Here we go. Pausing at 11. I'm getting OK Boomer messages in my client. Chat, I hate you. Leave me alone.
And thus a new meme was born?
No. Neil the
Whatever
Steel's
you
already
guys
a meme.
definitely do not spam Neil the Boomer every time you see him. Definitely
Neil the
don't
Steel's
do
already
that.
a meme. Don't do it. All right, so pausing at 11. Oh, Sarah Cruz with the base skin on Warwick. I'm sad. I'm so sad. We didn't talk skin game. Oh, we screwed up.
Hyena Warwick is where it's at.
Oh. No, I'm more of a project. The base white project Warwick. All right. Unpause. Are we all ready? Are we all at 11?
Matter? Hold on. Okay, my client just loaded. Should I just watch Discord or should I be... Okay. Well, my client I'm at 11 now.
Let me
at
know
11.
when we're ready to unpause. All right, unpausing in... Alex, you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, unpause. All right. So we see some pings coming down. Looks like the side of Kim is going to 5 point, while the side of Fire is looking to stack
That's
the
what I
bottom
want to
river
see.
bush.
I want to see an invade.
Let's see it. Don't let us down, Fire. Legends knows what the people want. And that is a ward in the bush, apparently. That's what the people want. Damn it. No, that's terrible. That's not what we wanted, Legends.
Alright, so they are going to invade now. They throw out the dredge line. That's not going to land.
He needs to flash.
Trash box 0 for 1 on hooks. Very bad.
Yep. So we're just seeing the basics here. Basic 5-point Legends taking the back and transitioning into the sweeper. Can we get roles shifted around, Panda, on the interface? Or is that's I can do that here? Okay. Did you already shift yours around?
I did fine. I don't know if the
All right.
stream did. The stream hasn't.
So we do see Heimer going top, Zoe mid. Shame on the side of Kim for not spicing it up with the Vayne top. I'm very disappointed, but
I think Heimer top is decent spice. Not as much as a Vayne, but
definitely not what we expected. So we see Warwick going buff to buff. So buff Gromp for an early level 3 into a gank is normally what you want to do, but you've got a Heimer top, a perma pushing champion. So I don't know about this pathing on the Warwick. I would probably have looked to done a more timely clear, and we see some action in the bot lane.
we see the dredge line going in there. Leona's just going to turn around for the stun. Not a lot of damage, but they did look to take advantage of the level 2 there in the bot lane.
Saying hi early on, just a little how you doing.
He's about half of his health, so that's a decent early trade. Yeah. A little bit less with the level up, but.
We're gonna have a gank in the mid lane.
Oh yeah, here comes Syracuse buying Klugscheißer. The immediate stun though with the W, I can't remember what that ability is called, but good job. He's not able to get the fear down. Nice awareness from Klugscheißer.
So again, the Warwick pathing here now, he doesn't get much on the gank mid. He goes immediately to Raptors. This pathing is a little off again, given that you really want to do buff Gromp if you're gonna look to gank top, but a gank top is not gonna happen this game with the Heimer just perma pushing. So interesting. He kind of puts himself out of position for some Gromp or Scuttle takes. Ping's coming down on the top Scuttle though. As
we have the flash Zenith blade there from Leona. Who's gonna go in. Ignite's sticking down on Justbox as well. Who's gonna go down? Finally, yes, not to Kim Peter, but still, first blood going down for Biscuit Hat. Yeah, Kim Peter. What's the team name? Knock if Manly. There we go. Taking the early first blood in the bot lane. Very well done.
Nox is Manly is pretty solid as well. We have some action in the mid lane.
Parallel Convergence is going to come down. Not going to get the stun because the fear turns them away. Very nicely done there, and that's going to be a kill for Krabby Jew on the Klugscheißer. Very good counter. Was that a counter gank?
Oh yeah, wonderful counter gank coming out from Syracuse. So able to land the fear this time, avoiding the stun from the Lissandra. Perfect timing, the double fear onto both Klugscheißer and Legends MK. And as you said, Krabby Jew picking up the ignite tick onto Klugscheißer for the kill.
Yeah. We did see a lot of poke damage come onto Rafal here on the top lane as well.
And so
having complete control of his top lane.
Something we missed there while First Blood was happening in bot lane, pings came down onto Legends, who was trying to do the top scuttle. Ooh, as we see a near kill in the top lane. Pings came down and he was getting collapsed on and likely would have given First Blood there if he had not given the scuttle. And so my critique of Syracuse's early jungle pathing is all for naught, as he is able to pick up both scuttles.
Yeah. We do see top lane Rafal is recalling, very smart. Bot lane, then we have a gank coming in. Syracuse gets the fear off onto both of them. Zenith Blade goes in, but Opie's gonna hop away, and he does get one kill back. Meanwhile, teleport coming in from Rafal is going to catch. Oh, the double TP. Klugscheißer went behind him. Syracuse had nowhere to go. Very nice double TP, and that's going to turn into a 1-for-1. Yeah, 1-for-1. Oh, that was a 2-for-1. I'm sorry, because they killed Kim Peter before that. So yeah, very nicely done there, and they're going to turn that onto the dragon as well.
A wonderful double TP to turn around a fight that was looking a little rough. Jushbox going down early in that fight, but Opie Wing out. What's the name of of that W on
Rocket
Tristana.
jump,
But
I believe.
rocket jump. She rocket jumps out, is able to turn the fight around with the support of 2 teleports coming in from Rafal and Klugscheiße, and they're able to get the kills and turn around and get that first Mountain Drake.
Yeah, so we saw Flesh opting not to use his TP. He stays top lane. He now does have a decent CS lead, and he was able to get 1 plate down, so he's opting more for trying to put himself ahead than possibly following the bot lane play. So we'll see if he's able to turn his advantage as he gets his reset off. All right, a little bit of slow time here. Junglers are just kind of farming.
Yep, so Sarah Cruz opting to go with the early Tiamat is a very common item to build on Warwick before you build your jungle item. Allows for faster clearing of camps that naturally Warwick does not clear quickly, like Raptors and Wolves and Krugs. So eventually going to be building into the Titanic Hydra, I would assume. Meanwhile, Legends opting to just finish the Stalker's Blade there. Starting the early jungle item, also picking up a what's the name of the item? I never play these junglers, so I don't know it. And mid laners, the Dark Seal.
Yeah.
So getting a little bit of hopefully some early stacks he's hoping for onto that Dark Seal. So we see a little bit of some farm differences in the top. Flesh able to farm out while Rafal had TP'd to bot. But overall, the game. Pretty even outside of some early gold going onto the side of Kim with that first blood that they were able to get in the bot lane.
Yeah, Flesh takes a little bit of damage there from the knockup, but he's going to sit here and pick up the CS underneath his turret. We'll see how much he's able to pick up for his lead there. Pretty even. Mid lane is only 1 apart, bot lane 5 CS apart, and jungler is only about 1 camp apart. So, like you said, very even here coming into closer to the 10-minute mark. Meanwhile, Reflesh is just going to get ulted by Rafal here. He does get knocked up, but he's a little bit too far away around the corner. Oh, the flash from Rafal. He's going for it, but he's not quite enough damage there. Very good job there from Rafal in a lane where he's typically been pushed in, looking to turn the aggression the other way. In the end, both flashes are burned, so we'll see if junglers turn their attention up there. Meanwhile, Krabby Jew has actually roamed all the way up there, but he should have been spotted on that river ward. So we'll see what happens here. Legends knows he's there. TP back up from Flesh as well. Oh, the damage from Zoe is huge there after landing the trouble bubble, actually forcing Legends Flash away. So a lot of attention here to the top lane and getting closer to 9 minutes. Flashes burned. Multiple flashes burned. Sarah Cruz now is also looking for a hunt on a Klugscheißer. He just ults him with his Blood Hunt active, and he's not going to be able to chase him down. Interesting use of the ultimate there, but just letting him know, hey, I'm here.
Definitely some passive plays coming out. I feel like Krabby Jew probably could have gotten the kill onto a level 5 Echo if she had just followed. If the Zoe follows, you pick up the flash that Echo just expended. You know that flash is sitting there waiting for you. You probably could have picked up the kill with just 1 more Paddle Star, level 7 Zoe onto a level 5 Echo. Then we see Sarah Cruz coming down and just ulting the Lissandra to prevent her from, I believe it's Wing away, but then
It's the
nothing.
E.
Is it E? Okay, so
Yeah.
no follow-up after that, as we saw Jushbox roaming up the river. Very wise of Sarah Cruz to back off, but again, questionable at this level and at this itemization. There's no need to solo ult a Lissandra. You're not going to get the kill. So, as you said, Packer, interesting use of the ult. Now we're without that for another, at this point, half a minute. So it will be up for the next drag fight, luckily. But interesting use of the duress there from the Warwick.
I was going to say, you better know what that name is. That ability. All right, so top lane, we see Ornn gets back into lane after having to take another back. He's down by a lot. Oh, bot lane, we see the Nautilus ultimate just going in. Kim Peter flashes away. Parallel Convergence is going to stun up on the Biscuit Hat. He's going to go down. Meanwhile, a lot of damage coming down. Opie is able to jump away before he goes down. Legends uses his ultimate to stay alive. Meanwhile, Judgebox just walks away. So that is a 1 for 0. A lot of ultimates use their 3 on the side of Fire used to secure the kill onto Computer, as well as Computer's. Sorry, not Computer, onto Biscuit Hat. But Computer used both his summoners, as did Biscuit Hat use his Ignite. So a lot of action in the bot lane. Let's see if there's any return ganks.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to see the side of Fire go ahead and walk up to this Drake. You have the advantage. We know Krabby Jew is there, but the enemy support is dead as the Drake is spawning. It's a free dragon. Go ahead and go take it.
Oh, see the trouble bubble lands on Lissandra mid lane. We're not going to see the follow up because the camera went away. Klugschneider is still full health, so Zoe's Q did not land, it looks like. Meanwhile, it does look like Legends might be soloing the dragon from the mini-move. The camera is not taking us there yet.
Yep,
there,
and now the bot lane.
Now.
Yep, now the bot lane's roaming up. This is an easy Drake steal. So, so both drags going to the side of Fire Nation, and we will have a Cloud map.
Yeah, so Cloud, not known as the best soul to have, but if you're able to stack Cloud Drakes themselves, getting the ultimate cooldown reduction on like the Lissandra, actually the Lissandra, Ornn, Nautilus, even the Echo ultimates, very nice having that cooldown reduction. Top lane, Syracuse, hot backing on a ward there is going to delay his back, but no real harm done. Bubble lands again on the mid lane. That's a huge amount of damage there following the electrocute proc and Klugschneider. He's going to have to back away. Very nice damage there out of Krabby Jew. Actually, that's the Rift Herald going top lane here. They're looking to finish this tower. It's already more than halfway dead. So we'll see if this charge not quite going to be enough. Actually, it was. Okay, I miscalculated.
So right around that level, 2+ plates, Rift Herald can take that tower down, and they are able to get the first turret gold. So we did miss the Rift Herald take during that last replay. Great use of it in the top lane to get that first turret down.
Yep, so that's going to be a quick with that first turret, 3,000 gold. 2,000, I mean, sorry. Meanwhile, Rafal again, just going to ult onto Flesh. That's a lot of damage. He gets hit by the knockup, and Legends is here to follow. Oh my god, that Heimerdinger turret damage return is huge. Getting the 1-for-1, best out of a bad situation. Meanwhile, bot lane, Zenith Blade goes in on the OP, who gets solar flared as well, but Kim Peter getting so much CC from Judgebox, gonna go down, and so far, OP lives barely, I think, with the, oh, dang it, I forgot.
Wow,
whatever
the rocket
thing that gives you health when you kill
Triumph.
Triumph,
Triumph.
I think, because I think minion damage would have killed him if it wasn't for that. I could have been wrong about that, but
I mean, getting the rocket jump reset from the kill definitely helps as well. He's able to just rocket jump back out of the fight, so Biscuit Hat isn't able to clean it up. What a really well played fight there in the bot lane, even with the solar flare landing. Yes, we saw OP rocket jump away from it, but the stun still went through. So a very, very well played fight by the side of the Fire Nation. Also, very, very well played in the top lane. Flesh, dead to rights, is still able to turn around and get a kill.
Oh, we're actually seeing a gank. Oh, a lot of damage coming out of Krabby Jew. This is going to go down to Legends, and the support not quite there in time. So that's a very good pickup there in the mid lane. Kill going to Echo, who has 5 stacks now on his
sneaky dark seal, yeah. So a questionable purchase, but paying off with the stacks there. Some really nice AP buffs coming in there.
Yeah, so that's definitely something I do want to say that was another risk in taking the Vayne was you already knew Nautilus was up, and yeah, Vayne can tumble away from the hook, but you cannot dodge the Nautilus ultimate. So picking that, seeing Nautilus already on the board, definitely risky, but still with that, fights in the bot lane have been super, super close. So as we see Vayne complete more items, we might see that start to go the other way.
Yeah, and just good on the side of Fire Nation, picking something that they know, that insta lock CC. It's not a skill shot, guaranteed to hit it. that's what you need into a Vayne. Vayne can tumble out of pretty much anything that requires aiming, any sort of skill shot CC. So picking something that is guaranteed to land is really smart in the drafting there.
Yeah, so we have seen now with the top lane going down, the top and bot lane for Kim did opt for the swap here. So Heimerdinger is now in the bot lane. Kim Peter and this kid had going top, but they also came down mid lane. Meanwhile, Syracuse caught by himself in the river, not knowing where the enemy team was at. He does use the ultimate to get out.
It's a nice escape ult, but
that's going to be down for the dragon fight.
Yeah, it's a nice escape ult, but ultimately that pretty much guarantees that the side of Fire Nation's going to take this next drag, giving them soul point, which is such a huge win con here, I think, for the ultimates of Ornn and Lissandra and Echo and Nautilus as well, having the cooldown on that.
Right. So we do see some backs being channeled here. Never mind, Nautilus is going to cancel his back. Trouble Bubble goes slightly wide onto Legends. That could have been very bad news for him. As the Dragon is now live, both teams are all here with the AD carry and the mid lane are coming for fire. Syracuse going to take some damage from the Dragon while he cleans out this pink card, so he's going to be about halfway.
Some interesting timed resets there. I would have liked to seen the side of Fire Nation just go ahead and try to take the Drake while they know the Warwick was low and having no ult, but they are able to get priority on it nonetheless.
And Warwick is not here. There, he's running in now for the steal. Does he get it? He does not get it. And the fight now ensues. A lot of kills already happening. The parallel convert, or the Legends ultimate saving him. Flash there from Boomshizer. He's trying to get away from the Leona. Can he do it? He barely lives. Flash away from Kim Peter as well, but now he's looking at Opie, who hits the Trouble Bubble, but the damage from, I think that was Opie's ultimate bursting him down, made it a really clean pickup there for Legends. And all in all, it's a 4 for 4 around the Dragon Pit, but that is Fire, one Dragon closer to Fire, or to Cloud Souls, excuse me.
Yeah, what a chaotic fight. Syracuse coming in, looking for the steal, not quite able to get the smite down. Legends just timing that smite so perfectly with the damage that was coming on to the Drake, and then just an ultimately chaotic fight going on. We even got to see a little of that Wild Turtle Opie style as he rocket jumps forward for a kill while simultaneously dying himself. So, so looking at our gold difference now, we see the game pretty much evening up in terms of gold and kills, but infinite duress coming down.
Legends get the fear and the smite coming down to chase him, but it's barely not going to be enough. He can't tank the turret. Going for it all there. Very, very close from Syracuse.
Yeah, great effort coming through for Syracuse, trying to get that solo kill, but Legends able to walk away after seemingly greeting a little bit to the turret bot.
One's going to fall asleep. It's not going to take too much damage. Actually, he does, because the Q does connect afterwards. So Ornn is tanky, but at this point, Zoe is already able to start doing a lot of damage. So watching out over terrain for the bubbles from long range is going to be very key here as we get, as Zoe's already doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, Ornn with that Abyssal Mass completed isn't really worrying too much. He is getting chunked pretty low, but yeah, ultimately it's just a little cat nap up in top lane for him as he walks away and lets the wave push towards him.
Yeah. So anyway, like you did say, gold is basically even now, just a couple hundred in Fire of Team Kim. Kills 8 to 10 turrets 1-1. So the big advantage obviously being the 3 dragons on the side of Team Fire Nation. So that going for the soul here, very big possible win condition. Meanwhile, we see Syracuse just walks into Nautilus. He's going to get the fear. The ultimate comes down onto Vayne, but nobody's going to be able to follow it up. Meanwhile, Trouble Bubble, like I just said, over the terrain is going to make Nautilus a little sleepy, but no one can follow that up. He's just going to walk away. Much ado about nothing here in the mid lane.
Yeah, interesting. I'd like to see the side of Fire just play it slow, farm your lanes out, and wait out this next Drake in almost 2 minutes here. But they are looking, maybe they catch someone out, they get a couple of kills, but honestly, your big win con right now is that Cloud Soul. So just farm your lanes, wait it out. What do you do, Packer, if you are the side of Kim? What are you thinking is their next play? Obviously, they want to try to contest this next Drake, but oh, never mind. We're gonna see some. Nope, just a fear in the top lane river.
Just a little nibble from Warwick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think funneling as much farm as you can into Kim Peter is the way to go. Obviously, Vayne, the later the game goes, the better she's going to get, especially at being able to take out Rafal and Josh Box on those tanky champions. Warwick is going to fall off naturally. So he's just going to be kind of an ult bot and a fear bot at some point. But getting as much damage gold onto Kim Peter. Honestly, I mean, you could say the same thing about Crybaiju or Fwesh at this point, because all three of them are really good scalers. So again, just farm wherever as much as you can, and you can't just let them take Dragon at this point, obviously, because it's Soul. So you have to contest the Dragon. But other than that, don't look for fights. Just get your farm and scale here.
I agree with funneling in the Vayne. We see the Blade of the Rune King finished. We see the recurve bow component for your Rage Ginsu's Rage Blade coming through, but you really want to have that second item completed before Vayne is able to carry some of these fights. Right. Oh no, Crybaiju!
Farm looking into his jungle without knowledge of where the team was. Yeah, very good grouping there from Fire. Seeing the opportunity to invade as a group and catch someone off guard.
You have Paddle Star, you have Trouble Bubble. Throw one of those into that bush. Do not check that bush blindly without having any vision up.
Oh, we see the Orno coming down, who's going to knock up Biscuit Hat. He's fairly tanky, but he can't last that long all by himself. Parallel Convergence is going to stun him up as well. Flesh Turret's here doing a bit of damage, but he instantly goes down to Opie. Syracuse getting the damage down, and actually Vayne is popping off.
Peter popping off! Kim Peter!
Oh my god. Kim Peter with the triple kill. That's the pop-off we wanted to see. 4v5 in the jungle.
Raise your Peters in chat.
Peters chat, as we see the dragon now not going to be Soul on the side of Fire. That's going to be the first dragon on the side of... dang it. I can't remember. What's the first part of it? Something is Manly.
Knock if Manly.
Knock if Manly. I'm sorry.
Raise your Kim Peter if Manly. What a pop-off. Let's watch the replay of this fight. Oh man, Kim Peter just untouched in the back. Oh, Rafal tries to get through to Kim Peter, but no go there. Opie rocket jumping over the wall looking for Kim Peter, but Kim Peter is so slippery. Man.
Absolutely. I again, here comes the replay, I think, for you guys on stream. Kim Peter kites away the Nautilus so perfectly over the wall so nobody can find him. Harmony of Turret's doing a lot of damage, and now Kim Peter's just firing over the terrain, nobody following up on him, and then just cleans it up at the end. So very nice usage of the wall there for him to stay safe and just clean up the fight. That's what we wanted to see out of this hyped up meme of a rookie from Kim Peter. I'm so excited to see him continue this pop-off here.
All of a sudden, Kim has a slight gold lead. They denied Soul, and we have the threat of a pretty fed Vayne here. Finishing the Rage Blade, finishing a Zeal. Fire has to be pretty careful here because they had what seemed to be a pretty easy win con with that fourth Drake. They went a little far to get some kills there before the Drake came up.
Yeah, so we did see Nautilus flashed away from Warwick so he doesn't get feared. Meanwhile, Crybaiju is kind of by himself here, and we do see Josh Box and Legends coming behind the turret here. Rafal trying to push the wave in and dive, it looks like. We're going to see what happens. Yep, here comes the dive. The hook misses, but it's not going to matter. Yeah. 3v1, Zoe can't do anything.
At this point in the game, yeah. He's champion third too, but yeah. Go ahead.
Right. So we mentioned about the Vayne popping out. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna wait because we're gonna see TPs coming in the mid lane. The turret is gonna go down. Klugscheißer instantly going into his ultimate so that he doesn't die. Wow, the Opie instantly killing Syracuse there. Opie having to hop away though for his life as Klugscheißer is killed. Return kill from Flesh. Interesting.
Yeah, so just a 1-for-1 there in the mid lane.
Out of mid turret.
Yeah, I really don't care much for the TP in there. That turret's going down no matter what eventually. So so you lose that summoner for a few minutes, and you also die defending something that was going down anyway. So a little bit questionable on that TP there. I do want to go back really quickly talking about that Drake fight. The side of Fire, they catch Krabby Jew out blind checking, blind facing, face checking a unwarded bush there. Why not just fall back and take the Drake there? They overextend to try and look for some more kills before the Drake, and they get veined basically in a 4v5. If you're watching the VOD, Fire Nation, just fall back to the Drake at that point. That's your win con. Take that soul on your terms, on the ground that you can win that fight, rather than digging too deep into the enemy jungle looking for some extra picks there. So let's see how they are able to respond and come back after that slight mishap there.
Yep, we do see both junglers here possibly contesting this red bush, red buff. I mean, bush.
Hey, the
it does
bush
go down to
around the red
here.
buff. Yeah.
That's right. It does go down to the smite for legends, so good steal there. They're actually exactly dead even in CS are these junglers, so that's interesting to see. I do want to point out, so you mentioned Vayne being kind of fed. Vayne did complete their Phantom Dancer, but very key to look, Vayne has not paid the QSS tax against the Lissandra. So that is what you were looking for. Obviously, the Nautilus ultimate as well.
Yeah, and let's not discount the fact that OP is 8-2 on this Tristana with a completed 3 completed items and 1 Ornn buffed item. So the Tristana's pretty freaking fed too. I'm interested to see the next big team fight to see how this plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially as we mentioned Vayne scaling. Tristana is a really good scaler as well. Once she gets level 16 from her passive, she will officially have the longest basic attack range in the game.
The real question is OP doing the Voyboy strat where you do not level your ultimate? Do you know about this?
I've heard of it, I think. Actually, the trouble bubble is going to land on the OP. He has to hop away. Meanwhile, a lot of CC coming in. The Ornn ultimate does so much here. 2 quick deaths on the side of Kim, but Kim Peter is still alive. He's going to kite this one out. He's going to kill. Nope, the heal saves OP. He's still kiting away. So much damage coming up, but he can't 1v3 at this point. Wanted to see the pop off, but very not.
A for effort there from Kim Peter, but yeah, ultimately I think the side of Fire is we're seeing some pings coming down from Biscuit Hat. He had everything available, so maybe some question marks on the team of the side of Kim. Hey, Ignite's available, Flash is ready, Ultimate's ready. Why did we see none of those? But there goes the Cloud Soul over to the side of Fire Nation. And they're just going to go ahead and break Kim's base here.
Yeah, so Tristana, very, very good turret pusher. They're able to take advantage of that short window to get the turret with the explosive charge as well.
So the Tristana tech, the Voyboy tech, if you level your ultimate, the second point in your ultimate, it technically pushes an enemy out of your attack range. And so there's a whole Voyboy video on it if you go to YouTube. The strat is to only level 1 point in your ultimate so that you never ult someone out of your attack range.
Oh, man. That's the kind of content you want to see from your ex-LCS pros there. Yeah.
The idea here is that the only reason you would level your ultimate is for defensive purposes. Which is good, if you need to ult someone away from you so you don't die, but with the aggressive strat of I never want to push someone out of my attack range, so I will never level my ultimate beyond 1 point. Yeah. Interesting strat.
So we will see now, probably for the first time, at least in a long time, Fire Nation has a gold lead. It is a 2,500 gold lead as they have taken Dragon Soul. They've taken more turrets now. They're up 5-3 in turrets. So let's see how they do with the advantage now, as Biscuit Hat's just going to hold by Nautilus, and there's nothing he can do against that CC chain. The Nautilus ultimate email knocks up 2 people as well. Computer already dead, and now there's going to be nothing that Kim can do. That's another kill going down for Opie and one going down for Legends. Flesh can only waddle his little Yordle stuff away. Nothing he can do there. Explosive team fight there from Fire Nation as they want to take a commanding lead here with this Baron take.
Interesting fight to take there. I think the side of Fire probably could have just ended if they walked down mid. Let's see what death timers are at. Yeah, 20 seconds. But they're gonna opt for the Baron take and playing it by the book. And yeah, again, Biscuit Hat just unable to get anything off. No flash, no ult, nothing. That chain CC is so strong. Absolutely insane. Locking down really the tankiest member of your team. And obviously the fight afterwards is not going to go your way once your front line is already dead. So they're able to take down Kim Peter early, clean up the fight, free Baron.
It's definitely not over, but that is now almost a 6,000 gold lead 32 minutes into the game. OP is 4.5. He's half an item away from being full build on the Tristana, who is now level 16. So he is now at his ultimate attack range. 9, 1, and 10. Also 20 stack Medchais for Legends on the Echo Jungle. So these 2 carries absolutely putting in work here. Pretty much at all stages of this game. It's going to be a hard effort here for Team Kim to come back, but definitely not out of the wheelhouse. Let's see if the Kim Peter memes, if he can become a legend and bring his team back here, it'll be a tale we all sing for the ages. I'm ready to see how this game closes out. We're going to see another turret here taken in the top lane, and a flash instantly away from... Who flashed? Biscuit Hat flashed away this time, so he doesn't get a chance to see like he did last time. Learned from his lesson.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. You ain't just gonna fool me again, right? In the words of our great president George W. Bush, fool me twice, you ain't gonna fool me again. So, yeah, just taking the early flash there. I don't want to get chain CC'd again. Nice flash, I guess. But yeah.
Leona is they're definitely their most consistent form of crowd control. So if she goes down, it's going to be hard in their base defense here. They are walking the Baron minions into the mid lane. That's going to be an easy inhibitor taken. Let's see if they looks like they're rotating to bot side as the inner turret goes down. They're going to be sieging up the bot inhibitor. Let's see if Kim decides to make their stand here, or what happens. The turret is already gone to the Lichbane of the Echo and the Tristana. So Kim here just kind of letting him come in, and yeah, there's probably not much you can do there.
You have to give a little bit of your base here, and Packer, we're 1 minute away from an Elder Dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw
we're gonna see some flaws.
Thinking the timer, we probably are going to see some flaws unless the game descends here.
Your only saving grace here, if you're on the side of Kim, is you.
All right, we see his fight coming up. Legends is suppressed. He's going to die before the ultimate goes off. That's absolutely huge. But the CC from Nautilus is absolutely huge as well. Computer's going to go down. Biscuit Hat's trying to get away. He's not going to be able to. Flesh is also dead, and so is Biscuit Hat. Pappy Drew's going to flash away. It doesn't matter if Fall chases him or not.
Chasing. End the game.
Yeah, the rest of the team was on it. Yeah, looked like they got the Echo right away, but the CC and then the follow-up from OP and Fall and Klugscheiser was just too much, even with the Echo dead. And they're going to take game 1, 35 minutes into the game.
No pause for us this game, but very, very well played both sides. Fire Nation just really doing a great job getting their carries ahead. They were able to secure that Cloud Soul eventually. That was such a huge win con for them. At the end there, yeah, like you said, locking down the Echo and getting that early kill, it looks promising, but you got to lock down that Tristana. That Tristana was in the backline the whole time with her passive range, with rapid fire cannon, just absolutely destroying your front line and cleaning up that fight front to back. Let's take a look at the damage. Oh my. That's a lot of Heimer damage, but just not enough to pull out the victory there. That Tristana was just so consistent in fights. 15-2 on the game. Let's seg that right into player of the match. My vote's got to go to OP on the Tristana, just cleaning up those fights. Packer, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's of course the 80 carry MVP meme is the thing. It's hard for me kind of to go against OP in this point because Tristana is not just an 80 carry that you let other people do the work for you. Like he's jumping in himself, looking for the opportunities to get off his damage, and being as aggressive as he was and only dying twice, yet still getting that many kills. Definitely huge. I think you have to look at other options in Legends. Just the KDA obviously speaks for itself, and the Nautilus as well, I think, landed a lot. You know, it doesn't take a lot to just press R on top of a Vayne, but still knowing what he needed to do and landing all the CC he needed for the rest of the team to follow up. I think the Legends and Joshbox are also very strong considerations here, but I probably will agree with you that I would probably go with OP.
All right, well, we're going to take a slight break while we get the, I think we'll put the MVP poll in chat, and we'll get set for game number 2. So stick around. We got a pretty good series going on here.
Again, we wanna dose of this right now. It's KDA. I'm a goddess with a blade. Story trouble 나 이름 잊지 못하게. Loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bag, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I start to talk that, oh, you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with the wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 닿을 수 없는
Tucson and Phoenix is Picacho Peak.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of the Fire Nation versus Knockif Manly PMA LCS Week 1 action. This is the Corona Clash dueling distancing division. Yeah, so we saw a pretty spicy Game 1, so let me hear your thoughts, gentlemen.
Yeah, the Game 1 really, outside of a few minutes in there where it kind of evened up, we saw things leaning towards Fire Nation for the most part. They were able to secure Cloud Soul in a total of 5 Drakes, with just the one going over to Knockif Manly. But not taking anything away from Fire Nation, we did talk about before Game 1 how there was a lot of hype around Knockif Manly, mainly on their captain, the rookie Kim Peter. We got a chance to see Kim Peter pop off a little bit in that Game 1, so definitely a sign of maybe some things to come, some things to watch out for if you are playing Knockif Manly in the near future. But again, the win going over to the side of Fire Nation. At the end, they were able to really lock it up with a fed Tristana, a fed Echo in the jungle. Really well played on their side.
Yeah, just kind of like how we anticipated before the game started. The execution was just so much simpler for their team. We almost saw the outplay pop off come through. We did see it in one team up fight for sure for Kim Peter, and it was close a couple other times. But just having so much easy to engage CC tools and follow up dive potential from the rest of the team was just too much for them to do with. Of course, you still have to execute on it, but when it's so much easier as a team to come together like that and your abilities in sync, we talked about that before the game, and that's kind of how it ended, I think. So
and we saw that come out directly on a few death bushes. We saw Krabby Jew fall victim to that around the Dragon Pit just before the Kim Peter pop off. But later and more impactful, we saw Biscuit Hat be victimized a couple of times by just the absolute chain CC, people pressing buttons in delayed sync. I mean, if that's not legal Legos, I don't know what is. So the side of Fire Nation able to just press their buttons in coordination with each other, turn it into a Baron, turn it into a victory.
Yep. So that was the story of Game 1. I'm looking forward to see how things change up in Game 2. I think possibly if you're looking at getting rid of some comfort, you honestly might even look at a Tristana ban here on this from Team Kim. That we've seen so many times OP be so successful on the champion, and obviously as fight as he was last game, even more recent evidence of that. So that could be an option. Maybe trying to contest something like the Ornn. We've seen so much Ornn already. If you've been watching PMA LCS games, there's been this is the fifth match. We've seen an Ornn in at least a good amount of the games. So maybe contest the Ornn top. Are we already going in?
Yeah, we are.
We are already heading into pick ban. So the Anivia ban still coming out. Respect the flesh, respect to GOAT. Anivia ban coming out for the side of Fire Nation. And
the change up the Nautilus, as we talked about, having just the point and click R on the Vayne option there was so successful, and anybody he wanted to use it on, obviously. So already respecting that and changing the CC chain options here for Fire. So
I liked it. I like the adjustment. I think something I've seen a lot of in PMA LCS is teams strategizing as they go into a match and not adjusting enough in going into a second match, or if it's a playoff series, a best of 3 or a best of 5, not doing a lot of adjustments after a loss. And so I like seeing this from the side of Kim. They know that the Nautilus hurt them last game. They're just going to ban it away.
Yep, and then they are going to follow with another Rumble ban, which I believe it was Murphy Roddick who mentioned in the chat last time, as I was reading. Rumble is actually Klugscheiser's probably his second pickup besides the Nico. So As well as being a top ban, that is definitely a comfort ban against away from Klugscheißer.
Yep. And Fire just keeping their bans exactly the same. They were successful, it seemed, banning out Flesh, forcing him onto maybe a different look of champion with the Donger, but also a different role than we're used to seeing Flesh in. So if they liked that matchup, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're gonna go ahead and 3-ban the great descendant of our founder Ashen Everett Mills and see what Flesh has to offer this game.
Yep, and then that is also the Nico, so taking away Klugscheißer's top 2 champions. Not being like a pop-off in the last game on the Lissandra, but still like doing what it needed to do, landing his CC. So that could be another option if they want to go back to it, or looking at another possible match here.
I would have liked to seen the Tristana ban coming out instead of the Nico ban. Let's see what Klugscheißer can do on his main. Let him play Nico, take something comfort away from Opie, because that Tristana was just disastrous for you last game, Team Theater. Set, which we saw banned in place of Nautilus in game 1, just going to go ahead and be first picked here.
Yep, so it looks like Kim knew that they would have looked at the set, opted to let him have it game 2. We see the answer in the Shen here, which is not Legends on Team Kim, so not a jungle Shen, especially with the Fiddlesticks. They hovered it game 1. They playing it game 2. I like to see it. Of course, you can play Fiddle and play Fiddle support. If you wanted to do Fiddle in the middle, you could. But
I want to see.
Around.
I want to see Syracuse on it. Let's bring the Fiddle out. Let's bring him out. So we're looking at Shen maybe going on to Rafal, maybe onto Jushbox, maybe a Shen support, and probably a Fiddle in jungle. And there's your Tristana pick. I mean, it was so strong for you last game. Just go right back to it. See if the side of Nakif Manly can counter it.
Yeah, they will have to pair a new support with it though. So maybe looking at maybe Kim thinking if they just take the Nautilus away, that's all the combo they needed to take away. The Lee Sin here coming in for Fire Legends, looking to pop off, show his mechanical prowess here, and see if he can get the early snowball going. This is going to be exciting to watch in the early game. Sin.
I like the Lee Sin pick. I love seeing Lee Sin come out in competitive play, making a comeback. If you watch the Mid-Season Cup, a lot of the LPL and LCK teams opting to pull the Lee Sin into their comps, something that is usually considered really kind of a solo duo queue champion. There's not a lot of team play around it, but kind of falling back into the meta. I know there are some players in North America too that really favor the Lee Sin. Now that we have Broxa in the LCS, the Lee Sin might be something that we'll see a little bit more. Yeah, for sure. So look at us, PMA LCS. We're right there ahead of the curve with everyone in the pro scene. So we see a few more bands coming out here.
Yeah, Kim with the Lissandra ban now. They're taking even more champions away from Klugscheißer. Triple ban here against Klugscheißer, showing some respect towards him in his first match of his PMA LCS career, and the Leona. So they're looking to take away more CC options from Jushbox. Leona being another CC bot like the Nautilus, so looking to take away those options to go with Opie's Tristana.
Strong bans here. Again, I really respect the side of Kim trying to make as many adjustments as possible to win the draft here, where I think we both agreed that the side of Fire Nation really won the last draft. They had a very, very clear amount of chain CC for team fights, and they played right into it during the game. So Kim looking to improve their draft a little bit here. Going with the Alistar Kai'Sa bot lane. Kind of an interesting bot lane, not something that you see paired together a ton, but perhaps just comfort comfort for the side of Kim.
Yeah, so that lane doesn't look like it's going to have a lot of early prio, but it can definitely deliver later on and deliver in fights. Alistar, I've been playing myself a lot of Alistar lately, so I do like to see that. That does confirm that it is going to be Shen and Fiddlesticks, not as a support either. So
Yeah,
like
and
those.
as we know, you can't milk those, so that's always a good thing. Yeah, you can't milk those. No, you can't. So Braum Vigar coming out for the side of Fire Nation, rounding out their comp. Pretty standard. We're going to see Set top, Lee Sin jungle, Tristana, Braum bot, and the Vigar solo carry in the mid lane coming out for Klugscheisse. I just like saying that name.
That is a great name to say. And the Syndra is answered here for If Manly in the mid lane. So a lot of damage potential here. Really on both teams, actually. Syndra, Kai'Sa, Fiddlesticks with Vigar, Lee Sin, Tristana, even the set. So we're going to see a lot of explosive fights here, I think. I like to see that.
Krabby Jew being a rookie, I'm going to just assume that the Shen is going top while Flesh will take the Syndra mid, but as we saw last game, they did do a lane swap, so we're not exactly sure who is taking what. We will see as we get into the client pick ban, except for someone says, wait 1 sec, please. Sarah Cruz, what are you doing, man? You're supposed to poop in between games. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So just off draft alone, what do you think? Who's got this one based on draft alone?
So Kim bringing out a little bit more easier to use team fight options, having the Shen taunt and the Alistar combo gives them better CC than they had more reliable CC than they had last game. As well as also I like the fact that Alistar, as much as he can engage, he's also a great peeler for the Kai'Sa as well, headbutting people away. So whichever situation needs the call, I like the Alistar there. I want to see the Fiddlesticks is kind of the question mark for me, just because I haven't seen a lot of Fiddlesticks pop off since the rework. I love the rework thematically. I don't know what it's done for his win rate. So I think that is kind of the spot where I'm kind of not sure what's going to happen. But if he's able to land the multi-fear over the wall with the ultimate, with the Alistar knockup and the Syndra and the Kai'Sa damage, that's going to be devastating for sure. So they gave themselves better teamfight options. On the side of Fire, they don't have nearly as much. I mean, they replaced Ornn with a set. They had to replace Nautilus with the Braum. So they don't have nearly as much just press your abilities and CC them to death as they did last game. So I think it's definitely kind of balanced out itself as far as the zone control that both teams have. Definitely great scaling for Fire. Of course, Vigar scales infinitely. The Tristana is a great late game carry. So pair that with early game Lee Sin. So early Lee Sin wants to get going early and get the scaling of the other two carries going earlier. With some protection from the Braum to block, especially blocking like the Syndra ultimate or the Kai'Sa damage for sure. So
I think I'm going to give the advantage here to Fire Nation. I like their comp a lot. I think they have a really, really strong team fight. Kim, to me, it's really a feast or famine comp here. I would like to see, instead of the Fiddle pick, something that can provide a little bit more hard CC. I think you can just kite out the Fiddle ult when once you see it coming in, you kite it out, you turn the fight back around if you're Fire Nation. But with Shen, Alistar, if you had something that just had a little bit, imagine a Sejuani here. You get a big frontliner, you get so many permafrost stacks off of Alistar Shen, you let your Kai'Sa and Syndra do massive amounts of damage from the backline. Fire doesn't really have any sort of instant go into the backline outside of set ult. So I think with something a little bit more tanky, a little bit more hard CC-ish on the side of Kim in the jungle, we'd be looking at a really strong comp. But they opt for the Fiddlesticks. Let's see if the Fiddle can help the team pop off. But from draft alone, I'm gonna lean towards Fire Nation here.
Yeah, the key to that is if he's able to find the positions to ult in over terrain where he's not seen. Because the way the new fear works is if any ability that lands on an enemy while he was out of vision will instantly fear them. So he could fear the entire enemy team, all 5 of them at once, if he gets an ult onto all 5 of them from somewhere where he's not seen. So knowing their vision from their places that they are kind of able to control in their own jungle, to look for those types of fiddlestick plays where he's going to be landing multiple fears, and then being able to follow that with Alistar and Shen CC, I think is going to be really good. But again, that's not super reliable. I mean, how many are you going to be able to find those windows to get off big fiddlestick fears? Or if he's in vision the whole time, that might not. So I think that's going to be the key. If Syracuse is comfortable in this champion, I think he definitely has a good chance of being able to pop off. But I personally, I don't play a whole lot with Syracuse, so I don't know how comfortable this is in his wheelhouse.
We head towards chat. We see some people. Iruyan says, "Can I just say, Syracuse's fiddle is, and in all caps, insanely good."
Well, that answers my point there.
So we shall see. Now, Syracuse kind of making a reappearance in the PMA LCS. Is that, Iruyan, can I ask, is that pre-rework fiddle, or do you have some insider knowledge on the post-rework fiddle? Do we know what Syracuse has popped off on? Not that there was massive changes to the kit, a few changes, and really like you said earlier, a thematic change. A lot of the kit is still relatively similar. So we shall see. All right, chat. What do you think? We got a hashtag fire win. We got a hashtag Kim win. Kim win. I like that. Iruyan says post rework. Look at his win rate in solo queue. Dude carries in his elo. What do I look like? A caster that looks things up before he calls matches? Come on.
He obviously is a boomer. He doesn't know how that stuff works.
Where do I go? Give me my email. Where's my email? I actually, I had someone call the Symphony a few weeks ago, and I said, we'll email you a receipt of your tickets to the Symphony. He said, don't email it to me. My email is at the university, and I'm not allowed to go there because of the pandemic. I was like, no, your email is, you can access it anywhere. Blew his mind. It was pretty nutty. So it was a great day for boomers everywhere.
That is a great story, Neil. I'm glad you shared it.
Thank you. I will tell it again later. Siren Delphi says he has a 64% win rate on Fiddle in solo queue. That's a pretty solid win rate. I like it.
It is
yeah. But as we know, solo queue is not PMA LCS. So we'll see if he can pull out the 100% win rate on Fiddle this season. Fiddle bans incoming to a PMA LCS match near you soon.
Yeah. Yeah. If you excuse me for one moment, I need to refill my beverage.
Oh yeah, by all means. I will solo cast this while you refill your your juice or your soda pop or whatever it is that you're having. I hope it's something tasty. So again, for the side of Kim, knock if manly. Which, hopefully everyone is only knocking if manly. We've got Syndra for the Fwesh. We've got Biscuit Hat taking the Alistar, getting ready to milk those or not milk those. Kim Peter pulling out the Kaisa. So looking to veer away from the hard carry on Vayne that we saw in Game 1. Didn't quite work out. Going with something a little more, spatially damaged, team fight-esque with the Kaisa. Shen for Krabby Jew in the top lane, and Sarah Cruz pulling out the Fiddlesticks as we were talking about previously. Something that he has popped off with in solo queue. For the side of Fire Nation, Rafal on the set in the top lane. Legends opting for the Lee Sin, a spicy pick that is making a return to competitive play. If you watch the Mid-Season Cup, you definitely saw a lot of LCK and LPL junglers pulling out the Lee Sin in that tournament style play. We've got Klugschleiser. God, I love saying that name. On the Veigar, the infinite scaling champ. OP going back on the Tristana, and Jushbox getting a few things banned away from him in the game. Respect to his Nautilus, respect to his Leona, which we haven't seen, but it was banned away from him anyway. Going onto the Braum. Definitely some interesting changes from game one. Some very, very different comps here, but looking for Fire Nation to play into their strong team fighting comp here, possibly looking for the 2-0. Kim Peters' team, in the meantime, keep wanting to just call the team Kim Peter. Knock if Manly looking to even up the series. They don't want to go down 0-2 so early in the season. Skin game looking pretty tight. We've got Team 4 skin on both sides.
All right. We do see a Prestige skin and a Hextech skin for Kim Peter, so those are some high quality. We see another Prestige skin, actually. Legends on the Prestige Lee Sin. So.
Last game,
love me in Final Boss Veigar as well. So.
Last game we paused at 11. Let's go even more progressive. Let's pause at 12.
Oh, God.
No! Panda's paused at 16. Panda,
16?
you're moving too fast.
Oh,
so
man.
we're paused at 16.
I'm not there yet. My thing hasn't loaded yet.
Hey, if your thing isn't loading, I know all about those problems. Right? Kim Peters in chat. Raise your Kim Peters. All right.
I'm in the lobby, so I'll let you know when I'm in 16.
All right. So we are waiting for Packer to get to 16. Raise your Kim Peters in chat. Kim Peter on the Kaisa.
All right, I'm at 16.
All right, and we are unpausing in 3, 2, 1. Unpause.
So, Bisker in chat saying Kim's gonna regret leaving OP's Trist up. That is something we both, Neil and I, talked about possibly banning, but they did not. So let's see how that goes.
I can't say I disagree. Looking for a stacked bush for the side of Fire Nation. Kim Peter, not Kim Peter, the individual, the team. 5 stacking once again, as they did in game 1.
Yep, same as game 1. Nothing came of it last time except for a ward.
Legends was able to drop a ward and back for his sweeper, which is pretty standard jungle strat level 1 these days. Getting that early ward, getting some good vision on tracking the enemy jungler, and when you have sweeper level 3, it makes for a pretty easy gank if you know that you're not walking over any early vision from, say, a top laner or a combined bot lane.
There you have it. Esteemed jungler Neil the Steel says, get a sweeper.
Get a sweeper level 1 after dropping a deep ward. Works every time.
All right.
60% of the time. Works every time.
Looking really fast at masteries, we see Electrocute on Fiddlesticks. I cannot really comment about that because I don't play new Fiddlesticks, so I don't know. We also see Comet for Fwesh on the Syndra. So he's just looking for a little bit more poke damage. I'm not sure if those are standard because I don't really play those champs. But
I've definitely seen some different things on Syndra before, but I think the Comet works just fine. We do see Klugschleiser going with the Glacial Veigar, so be on the lookout for spooky ghosts. Everything else looks pretty
from Justbox, he's going to walk forward. Rocket Jump from Opie, he's going to look for the concussive blows. It does stun Biscuit happen. He's able to get under the turret, so they're just taking that early trade. Again, taking advantage of the level 2. Like I think they had that last game as well. So
yep. So same strats here. Same thing coming out from the side of Fire Nation in the bot lane. OP looking to just be super oppressive on the Tristana early. We're gonna see a gank top.
Coming in. Legends is actually here. He opts to W to a minion and then look for the Q, which goes wide after CrabyJu flashes. So definitely return gank possible there from Lee Sin if he wants to with the flash down. That was actually started by a CrabyJu taunt onto Rafal.
Yeah, interesting flash there. I think he probably gets out without flashing, but probably would have been very low health, would have had to burn the TP to come back to lane. So instead chooses to flash away from the Lee Sin, who, early level isn't really that strong. With the amount of space that CrabyJu had back to his turret. If he'd been extended a little bit further, I think they could have found a kill there pretty easily, but I think CrabyJu was safer there than he thinks he was.
So what do you say about Lee Sin Conqueror? Just because I know what you used to Electrocute also used to be really popular on him. Would you say that Conqueror is better, or do you want just the fast burst out of the Electrocute?
I think Conqueror is pretty solid on any champion that you anticipate, skirmishing on. And Lee Sin is a champion that you can get some pretty decent skirmishes. You can last in team fights for a while, getting that W shield, either onto an ally champion or a minion. So you're going to be in these fights for a while. I think Conqueror is a pretty strong rune there. You do miss out on that early burst though. That, as you were saying, you would get from something like Electrocute. So, I'm seeing in chat, Neil the Boomer talking sweepers. Yeah, I know all about sweepers. I don't know how to access my email, but I know sweepers. So yeah, I like the Conqueror here, anticipating that this Lee Sin wants to stay in team fights a little bit longer.
All right, we have a Shen expert, General Dill, in the chat here talking about what he thinks is how you trade in the top lane in this matchup. Let Set initiate onto him and block damage and taunt through the Haymaker. All right, so let's see if CrabyJu. Obviously, he's not going to read your chat here, but if he learns that throughout the course of this lane, so he can effectively trade.
Yeah, CrabyJu right now just letting the Set push into him, taking some poke damage now and then. Set opting to just shove this wave and hoping that CrabyJu will miss out on a few minions, as Directed Cam just showed us. We see that CrabyJu miss a couple of minions due to turret damage.
All right, so we do see part of what General Dill was just saying there. He did block basic attacks with the whatever Shen's W was called, but Taunt being down, not able to get out of the Haymaker damage, the true damage there. So let's see if he's able to make better use of that.
He's just taking a lot of damage on these trades. I don't even know if I'd call them trades.
Right.
Just taking too much damage, Set forces the Shen out of lane, has to TP back. Meanwhile, we see Legends MK starting an early Drake. Bot lane Prio allows them to take this Infernal Drake for free.
Yep. So what I kind of mentioned in after the teams were taken, the Kai'Sa and the Alistar not having early lane prio at all. So very easy for them to just rotate onto the Dragon. Meanwhile, top lane we see the CrabyJu actually initiating the taunt. Rafal just gonna ult him backwards. He's gonna look for the Haymaker here in a second, probably. Haymaker damage, there it is. Overall, that was actually a pretty close trade. CrabyJu going back in. Both people here very close on their health. Rafal, of course, having his passive healing. CrabyJu having the advantage of the chain vest from the early back, though. And Rafal used his ultimate.
If CrabyJu can wait for another grass proc, he might be able to go back in to try to secure a kill, but he's just going to let the Set walk away, and Set's going to reset here with a big buy. First time backing here for Rafal.
Yeah,
he's got 1,700 gold in pocket, so look for a big buy here. He's going to go ahead and just complete the first leg of his Bork item there.
Yeah, Blade King being very strong on melee bruisers, so taking the Cutlass. He's been winning out on trades so far, so just going to maximize on that. with the damage, and of course lifesteal for sustain from it as well.
Yeah, I think the lifesteal on top of the Conqueror rune is going to allow this set to just take these sustained trades and just stay in lane that much longer. The Shen, at this point, I think you have your ultimate. You might want to call out to your teammates, hey, let's look to make some plays around the map. I can ult to you to turn some fights. So
the ultimate coming in. There's the fear from Syracuse. Absolutely nothing that Klugscheißer is able to do with also the outplay Syndra ultimate as well. So
that R button is pretty powerful. So
absolutely. Yep, so there's the fear we were talking about on new Fiddlesticks coming in. Without vision in the bush, it's an instant fear. Oh, the taunt here under the turret's going to do a lot of damage. Rafal has to ult so that the turret doesn't do more damage to him. Krabby flashing away. The Haymaker still lands, though. He has almost no health. Rafal is chasing him. He might look for a flash. Directed camera. You got to use the flash.
You got a flash, Rafal.
Krabby is able to get out.
That's an interesting fight. It looked like a couple of players that maybe just don't know the interactions of their two champions and just kind of questioning, what's going to happen if I try to tower dive him? Oh, I'm taking turret shots. Let me ult him out of turret range. And yeah, so an interesting fight. We probably would have expected a kill to happen there, but no luck. Meanwhile, Legends MK just taking the Rift Herald, taking objectives around the map at this point.
Yeah, so Rift Herald there, obviously going to be a very strong pickup. He's topside onto the Krugs.
If Legends
this
drops,
turret's already low. They might look for this turret.
If he drops it behind the turret, they could look for the turret and the kill onto Shen.
Oh, Biscuit Hat's going to go in. Syracuse is behind. Very nice walk around from Syracuse. Meanwhile, Computer actually gets stunned, and he uses the shields from his ultimate and his Shen ult to stay alive. Very close, though, from him. That's one kill. Meanwhile, Rafal is going to use his Haymaker to stay alive. And Legends misses on the Sonic Wave. Following the ultimate, that's a feels bad, man, as Krabby is going to be able to survive. But they do drop the Rift Herald here. That's going to be turret 1 taken for the side of Fire.
So Set is able to cancel the Shen ult. Did he cancel the Shen ult, or did it cancel itself when Opie died?
Oh, wow. Flesh using his outplay button again on Klugscheißer. Kind of disrespecting the burst from Syndra. He should have maybe backed away sooner on that low health, but no. So that did block. It did cancel the Shen ultimate, but the shield goes through. So.
Yeah, Shen ults Kim Peter, but Rafal is able to cancel it, and they almost pick up the kill onto Shen, but Legends missing the Lee Sin shockwave, as you said. Big sad. Big sad.
Meanwhile, Biscuit Hat's going to go in. He takes a lot of damage as he takes the concussive blows procs. He just has to walk away. I don't think he has his ultimate. Meanwhile, Opie jumps in on the reset. He's going to go forward again. Computer has to flash away or he loses his life. Meanwhile, Syracuse in a bad spot. He flashes, but the perfectly timed Sonic Wave actually follows him over the wall. He has his Conqueror going, but he doesn't feel confident enough. Or does he? He does. He takes the Lee Q. Minions are here, so all of the healing from Syracuse is huge, but it's not going to matter. Because Rafal also is down here to party. That's going to be another turret here going. Big aggression from Fire Nation.
Yeah, great play by Rafal. They get the turret top. They know Dragon is coming up. Rafal says, why would I go back top? I'm just going to walk to drag. This is the type of stuff that probably infuriates you in solo queue if you're playing without comms. You know, your top laner takes turret and just walks right back to top lane while drag's coming up. Rafal showing us the proper macro. Just walk towards the drag. Boom, they get a couple of kills down there. They're gonna get the drag. They should probably just head right back to this bot turret and see if they can siege it.
Yeah, so Rafal is just sitting here in the bush. Let's see if they're gonna move up enough. Oh, he gets the nice ward over the wall there to see him standing there, so they're gonna be able to play safe enough. And they peek behind him. They see Legends behind him. He gets instantly
Legend caught out.
But he misses the fear. He's going to die anyway. Meanwhile, Opie just goes in all by himself. Computer uses the ultimate to get the shield. Opie gets the reset, though, on the rocket jump, and he finished him off. And Krabby actually, no, it was Syracuse who finished off Opie. Meanwhile, Rafal, nowhere for him to go. He's behind the turret.
Yeah.
Biscuit Hat.
Headbutt. The
Trying to
headbutt
kill-
onto the set. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Also using his Ignite there, which seemed a little unnecessary for me. But hey, they still got the kills.
That's such a cool interaction. The Haymaker starts to get channeled. Alistar headbutts him away. And it goes onto nobody, as we're going to see on the instant replay. OP just man-moding it. Wing in. Doesn't care. Full Wild Turtle.
Yeah, he gets his reset. When you have full stacks on the explosive charge, the W resets even if you don't have a kill. So he gets the reset on the jump to chase Kimpeter. And then he has to tank Gromp for a little bit and gets taken out by Syracuse. But overall, very bloody fight there. 6-3 in kills for the side of Kimpeter, not Kimpeter. Knock if Manly, but it's still a 1,000 gold lead here for.
I keep doing the same. I just call their team computer. But yes, no kill advantage, but a gold advantage going to the side of Fire Nation off of the objectives that they have. The early turret plates. They got a lot of plates this game. The entire top lane turret, a lot of plates off of the bot lane turret. All but the last turret itself. So a lot of just team gold going over to the side of Fire Nation here.
Yep. So we do see the bot lane is actually here mid for Fire Nation. OP getting some damage down with the explosive charge onto the turret. While the bot lane for Kim is here to answer. So we'll see if there's another fight that comes here. As top laners are on opposite side of the maps. That bot turret looks like it's probably going to go down here to Rafal. No one's going to be able to answer in time. So that's another turret here on the side of Fire Nation.
A really just kind of mistimed placement of champions by Knockif Manly. Your Shen was in the top lane picking up waves while Zet was dangerously close to finishing off that turret. So the turret is now down. This is just opening up the map for Fire Nation to go ahead and start setting up for this second Rift Herald. And it's going to be if they're able to pick up this second Rift Herald, this map is going to be very, very wide open. Knockif Manly has barely touched the turrets in bot and mid. They've done some decent damage to the outer turret in top lane, but they need to really, really start opening up this map for themselves a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm gonna look at some quick, as you hear the Shelly's scream, Rift Herald does go down and is picked up. Oh, we see an engage from Biscuit Hat, who's gonna get a knockup, but no follow-up. As Legends did pick up the Rift Herald there, so he has it.
Yeah, if I'm the side of Fire Nation here, I look maybe for Knockif Manly to misplay the map again, and if you're able to drop that Rift Herald maybe in a side lane without proper response, I mean, you can start breaking the base come 17-18 minutes. Likely, though, they probably just drop it mid, try to crack that final outer turret.
Yeah, that's probably the play. We did see a ping there from Knockif Manly towards the Dragon, as that's going to be spawning, I think, within a minute. Right now, vision control is definitely on the side of Fire Nation, so if they want to contest that, they're going to have to get their waves pushed out so they can move out and get some vision. We see a split here, top lane. Klugscheiser is in the bot lane. There is the Rift Herald that is channeled in the mid lane. It's just going to charge and finish off the turret, I believe.
This is just to get Dragon priority here, so they drop the Rift Herald.
Rafal is here, and right now they are in complete position. Kim is going to have to walk into them to contest this Dragon.
Shen ult is up. I'd like to see Shen ult, maybe the Alistar.
Going down in the follow from Biscuit Hat. Meanwhile, Rafal is in and he gets a Haymaker down, but he's all by himself. He's going to get taunted up and he's going to go down. Syracuse also lost his life, but his ultimate did a lot of damage. Joshbox is just going to sacrifice himself there so his team can get away. Krabby Jew may be looking for more. He's going to look for the taunt. He's going to get stunned by Klugscheiser's Baby Cage. So far, though, they did wrestle complete control of this lane away, thanks to the damage from Syracuse ultimate, even though he died. They're not on the dragon just yet, because they don't have a smite, and Legends might be able to steal, so...
Great fight by the side of Knocking Manly.
Missed the stun. Krabby goes over the wall. Opie Buster shots him out of there to stay alive. Sonic Wave lands into Krabby, but obviously Lee Sin's not going to follow that one. Syracuse is coming now from base, and everybody's still around here. They're going to pick up the Rift Scuttle so they have a little bit more move speed around the objective. Legends goes in on the Q, but he's going to get taunted and now knocked up by Alistar. That's not something he wanted. He has to flash away. Meanwhile, Biscuit Hat flashes away also, so he doesn't die. Explosive Charge barely not going to be enough to kill him. Opie jumps in all by himself. He gets feared and has to flash away from Kimpeter, who instantly dies to the Vygar damage. Actually, it was Rafal who picked up the kill, but the Vygar burst got him most of the way. And after a fight that was won on their side, now they are again giving up control, and the dragon will go on the side of Fire Nation.
Huh. What a sequence of events here.
If you're them, do you start the dragon without a jungler and risk the steal?
No, but you also. I don't think you chase into their jungle looking to kill more of the Fire Nation team, which ultimately leads to Fire Nation being able to kite out that fight for what seemed like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then ultimately take that third Drake. Knockif Manly plays the initial fight so well. Like you said, the Fiddlesticks ult goes right into the backline, does a lot of damage. They are able to pick off Rafal, who goes towards the backline, ends up being cut off and isolated. They are then able to pick up Jushbox. Yes, they were without a jungler, while Legends is still up on the Lee Sin. Pretty easy to steal. But I just don't see why you chase for more kills there. I think you can kind of just reset your vision for Drake, wait for Syracuse to come back up, and then you can look to take that Drake.
Yeah, also, I think if they wanted to do it, they also have a really good steal deterrent in Alistar. If Lee Sin goes over, he just gets headbutted away. So I think that is something they might have possibly looked at. But I agree, if you're not going to do the dragon, at least don't just hang around there with kind of low health bars and then let them respawn and kill you. I think you just take the reset if you're not going to do it.
I think if you pull that Drake appropriately and you send someone to zone the Lee Sin, it's a pretty safe take. But it looks like the communication was just a little bit off on that, and they weren't able to take it. And as we said, Fire Nation ends up picking it up, and here we are. It's almost like game one all over again. They are one Drake off of Soul. That's their big win con. It's a mountain Soul, so it's not the most optimal for their team comp, but we might be looking at a pretty tanky frontline set and Braum here.
Yeah, and also against the likes of a Syndra, being able to survive a full Syndra combo with a little extra shielding is going to be important too. So definitely, I think, more valuable of a Soul here than the last game. So we'll see if they're able to take that. It's only a 2,500 gold lead. So again, not the end of the world. That's not impossible to overcome at all. I just see a little trading here going on in the bot side from both of the top laners. Karbiju feeling a little bit bad. He hasn't died, but he's down 50 CS basically to Rafal. So a little behind, but again with the Shen, you just look for him. He's still very, very valuable. The ultimate Stand United. So even if he's not gonna, pop off like the set will, being able to control the side wave and then ult to the team, it's gonna be very valuable for him.
Yeah. So the side of Knockif Manly, I mean, what do you do to get back in here? Same thing, same question from game one. Obviously, the immediate answer is you contest the Dragon Soul, which is coming up in a minute 45. But last game, the answer was funnel into the Vayne. We saw that work briefly. What do you do this game?
Kai'Sa is another really good scaling AD carry. So again, they have scaling there. Syndra is going to be able to burst down anybody except for Set or Jushbox, really. So that's another scaling aspect that's going to go good for you. I don't know. I think they can contest fights, but again, it has to be. They have to have control of their jungle with the vision, so that they can look for good angles for the Fiddlesticks to come in. So always being aware of the enemy wards, especially inside your own jungle or anywhere you're trying to attack from.
Yeah.
It's going to be the key, I think.
The gold difference is pretty minimal. It's only about 3k right now. The itemization on these champions is pretty similar. I would love to see Knockif Manly just try to take a straight up fight and see if you can just out micro the opposing team. As we see the side of Fire Nation.
Oh, they're actually starting the Baron here. They saw Klugscheiser on the back, but I don't know if they quite do this fast enough. Biscuit Head is behind. He gets a knockup, but I think this seems risky. Oh, Syracuse goes in with the ultimate, but damage is kind of minimal. Jushbox flashing away. Here comes the Shen ultimate, and Opie goes in, and he gets a couple of kills, and now Opie's just going to clean this up. He's getting the resets off of his kills. He hasn't been touched yet. Krabby G is the only one left alive. Legends follows the Sonic Wave. He gets the slow down. Krabby Dude does taunt away, but in the end, a disaster there. 4 for 1. Now they're just going to turn their sights into the Baron.
Oh, so I get it. I get the call. I think if you're gonna try to, if that's how you think you come back into the game, sneak a Baron, go for it. But you gotta come off of that Baron way sooner, because you're out of position. You're taking damage from the Baron. That was so disastrous. Oh man, so disastrous for the side of Knockif Manly.
Yeah, and the Fiddlesticks ultimate was placed pretty well there, but it was only onto Rafal and Justbox, I believe, who are the only the tanks. So even though he did get a pretty full channel ultimate down, it wasn't onto who you wanted. And then, like you said, the Baron was hitting onto Kim Peter and Fwesh, so they were at low health, and Opie's able to just jump in and finish it off. We're going to see them try to deny, anyway, the Mountain Soul.
It's good positioning out of Knockif Manly. I'd like, just go ahead and start knocking down that Drake a little bit. Legends with a 1 level lead on Syracuse is going to have the smite advantage here.
It looks like okay, now suddenly they are abandoning the dragon to go for mid lane, so this is an interesting call. I think if you're at this point, they're like, hey, last game we didn't get it on the 4th dragon. We can let them take it, and look at all this they're getting. They already have 1 crit.
So you have Baron buff. You can do one of 2 things. You can dance around that Drake and waste your buff, or you can do what Fire Nation decided to do here and say, you know what, you can have one. We're just going to take 2 of your structures with this Baron buff that we have. We're going to take the rest of your jungle. We're going to rotate top and see if we can take more there. So I don't hate it. I think you're a lot. I think you had a chance to contest that drag though.
Oh, there goes Biscuit Hat. The ultimate, if he uses it, not going to save him. Looks like he did use the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. You can't survive 5v1 in that situation.
Nighty night, Biscuit Hat.
Nighty night. Yeah, just in that situation, I guess he expected everybody was just taking the jungle camps and backing, but yeah, without any teammates to back him up there, he just walks into him.
XD, you got me, he says in all chat.
Yep. Alright. Well, the siege continues here with Baron into the top lane. Kapiju goes in and gets a taunt there. That's a lot of damage on the Jushbox. But they have 2 Baron cannon minions. That's not going to matter. The turret's going to go down. Very good use of their Baron buff here. No inhibs yet, but they are positioning for this top inhibitor. Let's see if Kim is able to defend. They do decide to back off here.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot off of this buff. Yeah. I mean, they've extended their gold lead from 3k to 8k just off of this Baron buff alone, off structures and jungle farm from the side of Knockif Manly. I mean, it's a pretty big Baron power play. So, well played. I think they definitely maximized it. I think there's a world where they could have maybe instead gone for Soul and justified taking Soul or contesting it, but like I said a minute ago, I don't hate the call. They definitely got a lot from giving the Drake over to the side of Kim and opting to use the Baron buff instead.
Yeah, I think both sides can kind of be happy. If you are Fire Nation, of course, you took advantage of your Baron buff and you got like 4 turrets out of it. If you're Kim, though, you denied Dragon Soul and you didn't lose any inhibitors, just turrets. So
That's
I
true.
think if you're Kim, even that is not the end of the world. Although again, now you are facing an 8,000 gold lead. So while still very difficult, it could have been worse, I think, since they didn't lose any inhibitors. So
Definitely. So try to take, if you're the side of Knockif Manly, try to take the positives out of that. Your base is still intact. You have waves pushing towards you. That's free gold, free farm. Go ahead and start getting some items completed. Look for the next big team fight, which should be around either Baron or the next Drake. They are coming up about 8 seconds apart from each other. So about a couple of minutes here to get as much farm and as much itemization as you can if you're the side of Knockif Manly.
absolutely. So no objectives on the table here for Fire Nation. They are just pushing the waves in, keeping up the pressure. I don't think they need to try to force anything down. They have a lead. They can just use their waves to get damage down when they can. It looks like that is going to be the bottom turret, inner turret going here. So they are going to be all out of their turrets outside of the base for Knockif Manly. But again, base still intact. Meanwhile, Vigar getting some cheeky damage onto this inhibitor. Not going to be able to finish though, as the rest of the team is rotating up there.
Yep, Fire Nation just playing it slow, sieging slowly, taking very, very safe plays here and getting what damage they can. Really just kind of pushing Knockif Manly into their own base on a couple of different fronts, and they're in a really good position for when these objectives come up to just walk to them and try to take them, rush them down. Looks like they're going to go ahead and move and set up for this Drake. Going to look for the Mountain Soul here while Knockif Manly's still clearing minion waves in their base.
Yep, so they do have a line of wards here in the bot side jungles that Kim is going to have to clear out if they want to try to approach this dragon. Right now, Rafal walking out of his base, so he's going to be able to join the team before it starts. They have cleared their vision. Waves are still pushing into them, though, as they are looking to move forward. The dragon is live. It looks like Opie is just kind of soloing it while the rest of the team is zoning. I don't see a world where they can get in there. Yep, there goes the dragon already. Very nicely done, controlled and calm from Fire Nation, using their advantage to take a very easy Mountain Soul. That just makes it that much harder for Team Kim, as they even look down towards the Baron as it also spawns right after the dragon.
Yeah, I think you just walk straight over to Baron, you start it. If Knockif Manly contests, you can turn the fight. You just got your Mountain Soul. You're going to have some strong shields here, assuming you don't take too much damage from the Baron. We might just see another Baron power play to end this game.
Yep, so Syracuse is in the area, but Baron is already down to half health. He's going to have to... actually, he's probably not even going to be able to get over the spit here with Rafal. He's just going to ult Syracuse away. Rafal is in by himself. He might die. He's not going to die because he flashes away and does so much damage. That's ridiculous. Very nicely done from Rafal to guarantee Syracuse can't steal it. He just ults him away, and now they're just going to push it down mid. Baron buff active, Mountain Soul active. This is going to be a insanely difficult defend here from Team Kim.
Indeed it is. So we might just see this game end off this Baron power play. Vicer, 10 gifted subs to the channel. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Core Gamer Ammo, Mitch Dog, Danny 111693, JW Miller 24, Sam Dilio, Fish Baby Bot, Shibidabadoo, Ben Sax, God 14, Captain Vivace, and Autolus Rodin. Congratulations on your tier 1 subs. Thanks, Spicer.
All right, love to see the hype there. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the gifted subs. Again, here we see Baron minions coming in toward the bot lane. They are going for the last inhibitor turret. Mid inhibitor is already gone. Bot inhibitor is going. Biscuit Hat looking maybe for an engage. They do push away from the inhibitor for now. Meanwhile, top lane, Flugscheiser just kind of knocking this down. I don't know if they could. I think they need to look for a 5-on-4 engage here in the bot lane. I think they need to go on this while Vygar's top, but they don't. That's another inhibitor down, bot and mid. Top inhibitor goes down. They've just let their base fall.
It's a great time to fight. Great time to fight right here. The Vygar is a little far away. They're just letting their base get pushed in on. At some point, you gotta pull the trigger. So
now the Baron minions are onto the Nexus turrets. Baroned up cannons and the like are here. Biscuit Hat goes in. Looks like they're trying to make a stand here. The flash taunt there from Shen is going to land, but Kim Possible just goes down so fast. OP is unstoppable. Syracuse is holding, but it's not going to matter. He's going to try to lifesteal. He does lifesteal for a little while. It doesn't matter. Legends is on a rampage. Syracuse goes down. They do get return kill onto OP actually is pretty big, but it doesn't matter when there's still 4v5. Flesh is not going to be able to defend this all by himself. That's going to be GG. 34 minutes, almost as long as last game. Fire Nation coming out strong here in week 1 of the PMA LCS.
WP, Fire Nation, really putting on a show here. Very well played, objective control both games, picking up souls, Cloud Soul in game 1, Mountain Soul in game 2, picking up 2 Barons this game, picking up both Rift Heralds this game. They really just kind of own the map, and it was very suffocating for the side of Knockif Manly. And Kim Peter, not quite living up to the memes of the preseason, but I mean the first game on Vayne was pretty pop off. And as I see in chat, did you know that you called Kim Peter Kim Possible in that last team fight?
Me?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yes, you did.
Get him, chat. He said Kim
no.
Possible.
Oh no.
More like Kim Impossible.
Ooh, yikes. Well,
Ooh.
well played game from both sides. Who do you got for your MVP in this this game too, Packer?
I think honestly I'm looking at Opie or Rafal. Rafal completely controlled his top lane. They get the early turret with all of the pressure he's able to get, and they combo the Rift Herald with that, obviously. But then he roams bot lane immediately, makes a play bot lane with it as well. After the turret take top lane, is able to help the rest of the map go. So Rafal, very strong. And again, OP 7, 3, and 5.
Looking at
incredibly strong showing. Again, rocket jumps going in, doing all of his damage.
Yeah. Looking at Rafal, I thought there was some really, really nice plays, just some heads up zoning things. You look at that second Baron, we saw maybe a possible contest coming through from the Fiddlesticks, and Rafal just man mode 1v4s, ults the Fiddle. There's no chance of a steal. Huge haymakers, a lot of damage coming out from the set. So I think really well played on that champion. So I think I gotta give it to Rafal on the set. Honorable mention to Legends. I think just controlling the game through objectives and really just being right place, right time for easy objective takes the entire game. I thought was really, really well played. So Necro Guy says an all-star jungler would have outdamaged Braum. That's true. Lee Sin did not outdamage Braum. So for that reason, I'm going to give my real vote, MVP vote, to set Rafal on the set.
Yep, I'm going to agree with you there. I think Rafal is deserving, but Let's see if chat agrees with us.
Do
Or
we
is
get a
chat
straw
even
poll
voting?
or?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we even have one for game 1?
well, we didn't. Well, we gave it to OP game. Let's be honest, it was OP game.
All right. So since no one voted game 1, the caster said OP. Game 2. Again, we will just flex our caster muscles and say it goes to Rafal. That's the end of the game. End of the discussion.
So let's get Rafal and OP, and if team captains want to join us as well, we'll go ahead and move into player of the game 1. Let's get those bros up here so we can ask them some questions. Rafal, OP. To hop down their team chat. Oh, there we go. We've got one. We've got one of two. OP, where's Rafal?
I don't know. It's not my day to watch him.
Ah, damn it. He's with his mom this weekend. Well played. Great games, both game 1 and 2 on the Tristana. Rafal, thanks for joining us. Great games. Let's just go ahead and open up the questions with tell us a little bit about your new team. This is the first week of our summer COVID whatever Riley named it, Corona Clash. Tell us a little bit about your new teams and about your communication and how you're gelling so far.
I mean, obviously so far so good. I think we're just a bunch of chill dudes who are get very hyped when we get ahead, and when we get behind, we actually keep it together. And I think that's like one of the biggest things you need in the PMA LCS. If you stay cool, you're good to go, even if you're behind.
So cool. Excellent.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I feel like there's like a tendency when teams fall behind, they're always like saying they're gonna play for late, but someone like gets caught or like kind of like mispositions, and they don't like they say they're playing for late, but they don't like actually play for late. But like both games, we had pretty rough early fights and like actually like played very calmly and turned it around. So I really like that we kind of committed to that, and can kind of live up to that, like playing for late game and playing safe.
Yeah. So an interesting thing about your team that I noticed right away is we have 2 rookies here. So can you just talk a little bit about maybe the the introduction process of bringing 2 new players in? Is there anything special that y'all did to kind of let them know some of the unique traits of the PMA LCS, or is it just kind of play the game that you know and love and you'll be fine?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously because we're all bros here, it kind of makes it easy to just kind of jump in with new people. And I mean, you learn their play tendencies just by playing a few games together and like what champions they want to work with. But I mean, we communicate pretty well, so that makes it really easy to incorporate people that you may not have played with a whole lot before into your games. So easy.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I think part of it is like having Legends as a captain, where I think like he's very, like I think he's definitely demanding as a captain in terms of like the effort we put in, but he's not like forceful about it. So like he's, as long as we play our play style to the best of our ability, he's willing to accommodate for that, which I appreciate. I'm sure it must be good for new players to be able to, have a captain that's very, receptive to rookies.
That's why we call him Dad.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, no, it's definitely wonderful to have a supportive captain, someone that can ease new players into the league. Awesome. Well, I noticed I have one last question. I'm going to turn it over to my co-caster Packer, but just really quickly, I noticed both games the objective control absolutely phenomenal for your team, the Fire Nation. So, tell us a little bit about what goes through your team in terms of comms and positioning. Was objective control a big priority early on, or is it something that just happened throughout these games?
I mean, I think objective control has been like has been a big thing for us, just overall, because just knowing the power of, like, especially with souls and how
Mhm.
much early gold you can get from getting a Rift Herald, um, and just like the snowballing effects of it, because it's like, if i- I know pros talk about giving up, the first two drags and whatnot, but it's like, if you're giving up early dragons, then it makes things harder later because you're forced to you have no option to be like, okay, well, we took a bad fight here, we can give up this drag. It's like, once you
Mhm.
get to later, you can't give it up because you've already given up two already. So
Mhm.
just trying to keep up the pressure, keep making sure, your lanes are pushed in so that way they can rotate and help. I think that was a big key for us bot lane, was making sure we're on our stuff so we can freely rotate to help out when needed.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, I was going to ask about having two rookies with you, but Neil took that from me.
So,
So I'm trying to think of another question. I will just ask this. So obviously, OP, both games you played with Tristana. People who have been in PMLCS know that is possibly your most comfortable champion. I don't know stat wise if that's your most played, but everybody knows you play that a lot. So when it comes into the draft, do you think it's more important for you guys to just have picks you're super comfortable on? Or is it more of looking specifically at combinations of champions in the meta, even if it might not be something you're as comfortable on? Or do you think just like picking for comfort is the better way to go?
I that's kind of it's a two part. I'd say it's a two-part question. So like the since we're all still relatively new playing together. Yeah, I think comfort's probably your best way to go, and finding what works best with those comfort. But then, as the season goes on, obviously, like we, know what champions tend to work best, or hey, this is a good pick away from this team. Maybe we could work on that. And if we can work on it, and to a point where we're comfortable with working on those champions, then yeah, we're gonna do it. But being this early, and we don't know the tendencies of every team, so we're not going to try and like go too crazy with it. We want to make sure that we're comfortable with our champions at least. So comfort early season, later maybe more comp slash meta stuff, I would say.
Cool.
awesome.
I'm going to say that that's all I got because I can't think of anything else. So
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
Any questions in chat? No, it doesn't look
I'm
like
just
we
gonna
have any yet.
close it now since pretty much everyone's left. Anyways, I think that was it for now. This concludes week one. We'll keep an ear out for our week two schedule to come out sometime around Tuesday. So yeah, my name is Fleeing Panda. I streamed this tonight. I had Alex, Packer Diehard, and Neil the Steel casting with me tonight. Watching the Fire Nation take down Knock If Manly 2-0. It was so peaceful until it wasn't.
Dang it. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a
See ya.
beautiful night.